New details surrounding the shooting of a Philadelphia police officer last month. Let's get right to Dave Schwatweiser, who was at this morning's news conference. Dave, what can you tell us?
Well, Chanel, back on April 5th, it seemed like the story that Sergeant Robert Ralston was telling investigators about how he got shot didn't add up, and last night at around midnight he came in here for questioning at police headquarters and the story completely fell apart. After 4 hours of questioning, Police Commissioner Charles Ramsey tells us this morning that he is firing Sergeant Robert Ralston, a 21-year veteran of the force, for making up the story about his own shooting. According to the commissioner, Sergeant Ralston shot himself in the shoulder, despite the fact that he told police investigators the very first day that he had chased down two African-American suspects, got into an encounter with them, a struggle, and that he was shot in the shoulder. That turns out to be completely false, completely fabricated. He made up the entire story from what he told investigators. Commissioner Ramsey called this terrible. He called it embarrassing for this police department, and he was very upset by the fact that the officer, the sergeant, blamed this on two African-American males. So I pressed the commissioner on that and asked him to tell us what the sergeant told them about why he did that. Here's what the commissioner had to say.
The fact that he stated that two African Americans were involved in this, again, just, I think, inflames tensions in our community, something that we certainly do not need. He was asked specifically why he did that. He said he did it because the 19th district is predominantly African American district, and that's why he said it was two African Americans. Fortunately, none of our officers stopped anyone or arrested anyone, I should say, as a result of this, but it could have led to a tragedy. During the investigation last night, in order for him to talk to us and tell us the truth, he was given a proffer which pretty much granted him immunity from criminal prosecution, but does not keep him from being charged administratively, which is what we're going to do.
Now, the commissioner not only took Ralston's badge away from him, the commissioner says that badge number will never, ever be issued again in the police department. He says Sergeant Ralston disgraced that badge. He never wants that number in circulation again. Here's another thing. He spoke to the mayor this morning and talked to the mayor, and he and the mayor agreed that they will total up the entire cost of this investigation, from the crime scene unit to detectives to overtime, all of the costs of this investigation, and they will administratively, possibly civilly, go after Sergeant Ralston for the costs of this investigation. You did hear the commissioner say he will not be charged criminally. They granted him immunity in return for his statement. Some of the things that didn't add up, according to the commissioner, was including the gunpowder burns that were on his uniform where he got shot. Those gunpowder burns match the gunpowder that the police department here in Philadelphia use in their bullets. And that's exactly one of the things that he talked about that didn't just add up. But according to Commissioner Ramsey, nothing added up about this from day one. And they offered a $10,000 reward for information in this case. And the commissioner said from the minute they talked to him in the hospital the very first day, this story just didn't add up. And today, like I said, it all fell apart here at police headquarters. Sergeant Ralston has been dismissed, gotten 15-day suspension with intention to dismiss. Commissioner Ramsey said he can't get him out of the department quick enough. Chanel?